9 o'clock, and guess who's here? Vanessa, Lane, Jennings is here, and Vanessa is here to answer your legal questions. We always have fun with Vanessa, but we encourage you, if you have a serious question and you are experiencing anxiety because of some legal circumstance, don't let the fact that we have fun with Vanessa stop you from calling in. We would love to learn from the question and the answer that Vanessa gives you. And as Robin pointed out this morning, on this show especially, call early. Sometimes your legal questions require additional information, and don't hang up. So ask the question, stay on the phone. Vanessa will ask you a follow-up and perhaps give you some information on how to, handle whatever legal circumstances you're going through, or maybe somebody else that you care about is going through. She can help you understand maybe the protocol and whatever else is necessary. Ultimately, the best idea is just to go to see Vanessa at her office, which is at 2945 Northeast 3rd Street on the second floor. Good morning, Vanessa. How are you?
Good morning. I am well. How is everyone?
Good to see you. We were talking about food before we went on the air.
We were.
So you're very picky? Are you a picky eater?
I am not.
You're not?
Nope.
But you don't eat bologna that's 97 cents. That's picky.
That is true. Then again, I don't consider that not being picky. No, I do like to do as much organic or free range or...
Free range?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like free range chickens?
Like my chickens to run around before I
cows?
eat them. And cows, grass-fed, yep.
You get along good with my brother then. He's got free-range chickens and he gets fresh eggs and, occasionally it ends up in the pot and stuff like that. So
Sometimes
you get
that
along with him
happens.
good.
Those are the only two animals I eat. No, that's not true. I eat pigs too, don't I?
Yeah.
I don't really like to eat pigs because pigs are like dogs. I always feel bad, but ham is good, so...
I like how you said ham and not bacon, because bacon's the one thing people normally go towards.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, I don't normally go to bacon.
You don't do... Oh, my goodness.
No, I do, but I don't I don't have bacon very often. It takes a while to cook it.
Robin,
Ham,
I like how that is like the deciding factor of whether or not I'm eating a thing. It takes too long to cook it.
Oh,
Exactly.
gosh, yes, don't you think?
It's like 20 minutes in the oven.
20? Who has 20 minutes?
Well, you do it first thing in the morning, like on a Sunday
You
morning.
put your bacon in the oven?
Yeah,
Really?
on a cookie sheet,
Did it
covered in foil.
Oh, really? See, wow, that takes even more time.
Maybe if you're really nice, Robin might do it for you one day.
That sounds good, actually. I'll have to try it your way.
I do. We get the thick cut bacon and do it that way.
Do you know what I like? We get to a lot of things in a second, but I like those pretzel buns that they have out now. You know those buns that are actually made out of pretzel dough?
Yes.
Aren't they good?
Those are good.
I have not had them yet, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And they have them at Aldi, so I can afford them.
I love your eyes got so big right there.
Do they?
Yes, you were
Yeah,
so
yeah.
excited about
Yeah,
them.
I am.
He loves pretzels.
Well, the pretzels that we're doing a bowling alley thing for Habitat for Humanity.
On the 18th, yeah.
Going to play music
We're
and
busking for them.
Yeah, busking,
collecting
getting money.
Okay.
For
And
them.
the bowling alley has the best pretzels in the whole world, right in the bowling alley.
Okay, I'm going
Don't-
to take your word on this.
Don't
do.
believe
They're
anybody
really
else with
good.
their pretzels.
They'll put as much salt
They don't
on
even
it as you
advertise that they have the best pretzels in the world, but they do.
That could be their claim to fame right there. Not their bowling conditions.
They
but
are for me.
Their pretzels.
So how's everything in the world of law? Have you had any difficult cases this week?
No, everything this week, knock on granite countertop over here, has been really good. It was a really good court week. I had court this morning for traffic court, and my guy got what he wanted. So.
Okay.
Oh, good. Congratulations.
Right, and then we had family law cases throughout the week, and everything came out the way it should have.
Oh.
So it was a really good week.
So we were following a truck the other day, a dump truck. And on the
that
back of the
happens.
truck, it said, stay back 200 feet. We are not responsible for broken windshields. In other words, if a rock falls out and hits your windshield, we're not responsible. And I said to Rob, now how can they put a sign up there and actually expect that first of all, we would never know where the rock came from or be able to prove it or be able to catch up with them and get any information.
Well, sometimes you can see the rock fall off. Have you never been behind it and see the rock
Oh,
fly
I
off?
have, yeah.
So sometimes you can see it.
So does that posting really protect them from anything?
You're on notice. So they put you on notice that there's a dangerous condition.
Do you know when you're 200 feet behind a vehicle?
No, that would be my concern. I'm
I
like,
know. How do you
looks like
know?
200 feet, but
I don't know what 200 feet is. And doesn't
You should,
doesn't it depend on
theoretically.
how fast you're going? Like if you're going
No.
70 miles an hour, isn't 200 feet not really enough?
Well, hopefully the dump truck's not going 70 miles an hour.
Oh, they don't go on the interstate?
Well, they do, but I don't think they should be in one of the other 2 lanes.
But shouldn't they have a law that says you got to keep these rocks in this truck?
Yeah, covered with
They
cameras.
do. They have to make sure that they didn't do anything that was negligent or grossly negligent.
Uh-huh.
But that's also going to be, I meant the way the dump trucks are just designed, because they have the little spacing, and people can't see my little. There's that spacing.
So the
rocks fall out.
The law part of this conversation, though, is about the notice on the back of the truck,
and whether or not that would be sufficient.
Is that actually a legal notice?
That is notice, not whether or not sufficient notice, and whether or not it's written in a way that someone would be able to see it or read it, or what if they were 200 feet away, or what if they're 160 feet away? How are they going to know that?
So if I put a sign on my car that says, if your rock breaks my windshield,
right? How are they going to read this now?
You are responsible.
No, this is not working. But I do like your thought process here.
That should work.
It doesn't work. How are they going to read that? Are you going to write it backwards?
I'll put it backwards so they can see it in their rearview mirror.
You're going to put it on your windshield?
I'll put a sign up, like delivery pizza guy.
Like an ambulance?
Yes.
Well, because if it's like a pizza delivery guy, they can't see it because then it's facing sideways.
I'll turn it so it's a win thing. But if I have a notice, I mean, could I put a notice on anything? Could I put a notice on the back of my car?
Well, have you ever noticed that semis also have a similar notice on the side of their of the semi?
Yeah, it just says make wide turns and stuff.
Well, they have one that says it's not we're not liable if you're this car, and they show like a little car, and because we can't see you getting squished by the semi. Have you ever seen that one?
No.
Wow.
We're not liable if we squish you?
Well, it's not squishing, but it's like them pushing you off the road is what the sign says, because they make wide turns and they can't see. There's like a huge blind spot. It's like a blind zone.
Wow.
So.
And that's legal. That all stands up in court on their end?
Right, because they're most of the times, yes, the judges rule different ways, but there is case law that says yes.
Well, now what happens if the rock hits the windshield? It startles the driver. The driver runs off the road and gets in an accident. Is the truck guy responsible for the hospital bills, or not really?
How are they going to find the truck guy? I'm just going. This is a logic question.
Oh, that's
not
right.
A legal
because
question.
then he's still tooling down the road,
right.
so he doesn't.
He might not even know that happened.
Yeah.
I'd have a dashboard cam.
This is something.
You have a dashboard cam now too?
No, but somebody might have one.
I do know somebody who has one.
They're only $40. We should all get one, just like the people in Russia. They all have one.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get one for my car.
Everybody in Russia has a camera. Did you ever notice this?
No, because I have not been to Russia. So therefore...
on YouTube. They show them on YouTube, Crazy Russian drivers.
Okay, and see, this is the thing. Clearly, I do not utilize YouTube to its fullest extent.
Well, I think what they said that I read is that the insurance in Russia is horrible compared to ours. Like, our insurance is way better.
Okay.
So, as much as we complain about our insurance, what do you think as an attorney? Do we have good automobile insurance here?
No.
No. Oh, you don't?
Well, it depends on how you're asking me that question. Because you just asked the question, so my answer is no. The reason why my answer is no is I don't think it covers enough. Okay. I think the limits are too low. Because if you're only having a 10-20 policy, you get in someone hits you, you have a 10-20 policy, they have a 10-20 policy, and you have $100,000 worth of medical, you're paying out of pocket for stuff, or they're paying. If they have money, then you're going to go after them for out of pocket. But if they don't have money and you don't have money, then there's a lot of stuff that's out of pocket that no one could afford.
You know about when we hit the cow, right?
I do know about them when you hit the cow.
Okay, so we hit the cow. Farmers insurance, I guess, covered part of my medical bill, which I'll tell you about that in a second. But there was $600 that didn't get paid. Mm-hmm. So they keep calling me, and they keep saying you owe $600-something. I said they didn't do anything. I went to the hospital because Robin had a headache. They said, you need to, and I said, no, I'm okay. And I said, just my legs. He touched my leg through my pants. I mean, the lower leg, the lower pants. But my calf. Not my thigh, my calf. All right, so he touched
He's digging a hole. We're not saying anything.
Yeah.
Staring
So
at him.
anyway, I just the word calf, and after you hit a cow, I know it sounds funny, but so
I can't believe you hit Betsy. I'm just still appalled.
no, her
the
name
cow.
was. Oh no, her name was.
Yeah, she had a name.
She did have a name.
I can't remember her name. I know, she had a name.
I think it was Burger or something.
Okay, continue on with the story. I'm sorry. I derailed
But
us.
anyway, so I said, I didn't have anything done. The doctor just touched my leg through my pants on my calf and said, you feel fine. Okay. So how is that set? Was it $1,700?
Yeah.
And the insurance paid $1,100. Now
I'm raising my rates, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Now there's $600. Yes. And so how do I owe $600? I hit a cow. I mean, it wasn't my cow.
And he didn't want to hit the cow, but no, because you went to the doctor gave you medical advice, so you're paying for the medical advice.
Please.
While you might not agree with it, that's what the bill's out there for, and that's why I'm saying the limits are really low, and they don't cover this. Now, unless you have underinsured motorist or uninsured motorist coverage, which I highly suggest anyone who's listening
Get it? Yeah.
to get it.
I've heard that.
And it fills in the gaps. It's a little bit more expensive, but that's why. But in other countries, that they make you get those things.
Would it be cheaper if Florida wasn't a no-fault state? Because we're kind of like unique in that regard, right?
I don't think we're that unique. A lot of states are no-fault states, not all of them. But I prefer being a no-fault state. The insurance probably would be a little bit less expensive. However, look at how many people aren't insured in this state.
Oh.
And if you weren't, and if they didn't have coverage, so you weren't at fault, and your insurance company refused to cover you, then what do you do?
Oh, good point.
So this is how the call
I
goes
love your
now.
logic.
This is how the call goes now because it's been a while. So now the call goes, is this Lawrence Whitler? Yes, it is. Who is this? Well, first I need to verify your address. And I said, okay, go ahead. And they said, no, you have to tell me. I said, I have to tell you? And then you're just going to say, what, that's right? No, I think you should tell me what you have, and then I'll tell you if it's right.
Yeah.
That's not the way it works. I said, well, then I guess we're at a standstill.
We're at an impasse.
Impasse, that's a good word. Checkmate. Can you verify your phone number? Can you verify your phone number? Yes, I can. What is it? I said, no, you tell me, and I'll tell you if it's right or not. You just called me on my phone.
Right, I was just going to say, didn't they just call you?
It's unbelievable.
I do love logic.
Can you believe this? Do you get these calls?
I don't. I get telemarketers and I hang up on them.
Did I tell you about Robin's
for
call
you.
from the IRS, the Indian IRS guy?
Yes. No.
She was almost in tears in our office.
That's horrible.
She's going to jail. They're going to be there in 45 minutes.
First of all, that's not how it works.
But she
I
didn't
know,
know that.
but I'm so gullible. I believe everybody.
You have
That
my
was
number.
awful.
Just call me.
I said to Robin, did he have an Indian accent? Yes. Well, forget it. That wasn't real.
That's not necessarily true.
Yes, it is.
No, but it's not. I have friends who work
There's
for
nobody
the
in the
IRS.
IRS with an Indian accent.
Yes, there is.
They're all doctors. If they're legitimate, they're doctors.
Okay, first of all, this is not the views of the Jennings lawyer. Just disclaimer right now. That's not true because I do have friends who work at the IRS.
And they're Indian?
They're Hindi, yeah.
I bet you they get a lot of grief when they call somebody.
Well, I mean, it's more of a British accent, but yeah, they do have an
Oh,
accent.
well, that's
There you
different.
go.
That's not exactly what Robin was listening to.
No. When you go to court and you're all prepared and everything, do you usually set precedents for your clients or do you have to draw on other cases? Because you're really smart, so.
I think I've only set precedents in 2 cases so far in my life. One time in Miami and then one time here. Every time else there's case law because there's so much. You have to understand, so our case law goes back hundreds of years, and then you go into statutory. You can go all the way back. So I mean, you're dealing with like a wide body of case law that's out there. So more than likely, it's happened before. This isn't a novel experience. However, every once in a while, there's that one little thing that makes it super unique, and that's when you're able to set precedents.
Oh, that is so
So
neat.
it is, and those are always my favorite cases. because then it's the first time that this argument is going to be documented being made, and those are fun and exciting.
Oh, so then they can go back to your argument.
They can go back to our ruling.
Up.
Yeah, there's a juvenile case in Miami that happened in, and then there's one case here in Marion County where that happened.
Oh, congratulations!
So it's exciting.
That is exciting.
Vanessa, you have a phone call.
I like phone calls.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Yes, good morning. Can a Florida lawyer represent somebody else in a different state?
Yes and no. The yes part is if they're barred in that state, absolutely, or if they appear pro hoc vici. And what pro hoc vici means is that there's an attorney who is barred in that other state. Let's just say Georgia, because it's a close state. Let's say there's somebody barred in Georgia, and they will allow the Florida attorney to practice under their license. Oh. And they do a motion to the court to appear pro hoc vici. Otherwise, no.
So in other words, a lawyer couldn't get a special permit in a different state to represent somebody, huh?
Only if they do it pro hoc vici, which means they just find another attorney that's in that state and say, hey, can I practice under your license for this one particular case, for this one limited circumstance? But otherwise, they'd have to go and take the bar.
Okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Are questions different in each state for the bar?
Yes and no. There's always a national part of the bar. So whenever you take the bar exam on that particular day, everyone in the United States is getting that same exact multiple choice patterns.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's uniform across the entire U.S. Then there's a state day, and then some states have 2 days, like California. They really don't like you in California, because theirs is a 3-day bar exam.
Wow.
They have a state essay day and maybe multiple choice. I don't really know what their state part looks like, but then they have their second state day is like an actual practical where they give you like hypotheticals and
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Florida doesn't do that.
The phone line is open. If you want to call Vanessa, we would love to hear from you. And if you are not comfortable speaking about your law concerns on the air, we understand, and we encourage you to call the Jennings Law Firm at 352-804-0092. And we'll be right back with Vanessa Lane Jennings after this break.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Sunshine mixing with clouds on this Friday with a thunderstorm around during the afternoon and evening hours, the high 89 to 93. Then partly cloudy overnight Friday night, low 72 to 76. For Saturday and Sunday, sunshine mixing with clouds, a thunderstorm around during the afternoon hours of each day, the high both days 88 to 92. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Looking to put your money to work? Florida Credit Union has a CD special, 25 months for 1.41% APY with a $10,000 minimum. Federally insured by the NCUA, a government agency. These rates effective through September 15th, subject to change at any time. Visit one of Florida Credit Union's convenient locations today or their website, flcu.org, or call 352-237-8222. Don't miss this 25-month CD special. Again, the APY is 1.41%. Act now. Did you know nearly 70% of the people in Ocala want cremation, yet it is amazing how many misconceptions there are. It is probably because we just do not want to talk about it. Often, people think cremation limits their options for burial. Some think that cremated remains cannot be buried. In reality, it is just the opposite. At Highland Memorial Park, they want to give you all the answers to any questions you have now so that you are prepared. Highland has become expert at creating beautiful and unique cremation gardens. They offer everything from simple in-ground urn burial to our air-conditioned Celebration of Life room with its beautiful glass front niches. With the money you save with cremation, you can find a unique spot at Highland that you would never find anywhere else. Call today and see if cremation is right for you. Call 352-369-1020. 352-369-1020. When you set an appointment and both husband and wife tour Highland, they will give you a gift certificate to the Brooklyn Backyard Restaurant. Call Highland 352-369-1020.
Next Generation MD is the future of healthcare now. Listen in the first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. to learn how the future in PRP treatments are here in our area. Find out the many ways that Dr. Juan Jordan, MD, Charles Brooks, NP, and case manager Mark Shaw have brought the family medicine practice to a new level. Hear from the very people that benefit from the fine work they have done in this field. Next Generation MD, every first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. here on WOCA 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
Now read Ocala Downtown Newspaper online.
All right, about 5 minutes left. My gosh, 5 minutes till 11 o'clock. I guess we took the break late. Vanessa is in the studio to answer your law question. Vanessa Lane Jennings from the Jennings Law Firm, and a few minutes left to ask any questions. Do you have any 911 clients at all? Anybody from the September 11th thing? This many years later?
That means something different at the Jennings Law Firm.
Oh, 911 meaning the emergency number?
Right. No, that just means emergencies and fires. I'm like, yes, every other client. Every other client has a fire. Everyone has fires.
9/11, I'm sorry.
No. I don't think so.
No. Well, there was a story this week, not this morning, but about 1,400 people still don't have any remains from their families. From the World Trade Center towers.
I could see how that would happen.
And I don't know if there's a legal thing that they're doing. I didn't really follow the whole story, but
I didn't see that story. But there was a lot of debris.
The one thing that seems to happen legally is the people who inhaled the smoke and the dust and the diseases that came as a result of that. Those seem to be lots of legal cases surrounding that.
And so, I need to go and read up on all this because I don't know who they're suing for that one.
And we had a lady in Ocala who was in the Pentagon when it was attacked, and I don't know if she inhaled anything or not, but there's got to be PTSD associated with that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can you take on a case that's 15 years old? I mean, if all of a sudden somebody feels like, they were there and all of a sudden they get very ill?
Or veterans, like
so
Vietnam or something.
Yeah.
It depends on what state you're going to be in, because every state has different tolling laws, because there's a statute of limitations. We'll start there. For every type of crime, there's statute of limitations, unless it's murder. Murder does not have a statute of limitations. They can go after you forever and ever. So what the statute of limitations says, you have this amount of time to bring this type of case. However, sometimes your period is told or stopped. And when that happens is because sometimes, like if there is a latent defect or something that you would not, or something that you wouldn't be able to discover or know, that they would pause it until that discovery is made, and then the statute of limitations begins. So in all honesty, it would just depend on if it's something that was discoverable, if they would know, and what steps they took to find out.
Speaking of statutes of limitations,
Yes.
We went to Adena, and Robin told me she'd been there before in 1973, and it was a
quarry.
It was a quarry.
Yes.
It was a quarry, and she would go down there with her biker friends, and they were basically trespassing, partying and trespassing, right?
Yeah.
So
Wait,
There
can
was
we
no
stop
sign.
for wait, can we stop
1973.
for 2 seconds?
1973.
You had biker friends?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to talk about that off the air.
Robin was a biker chick,
Robin.
I wasn't part of the lesbian.
and they would go
group
down
that was
there,
though.
and they would.
That would swim naked in the
I know. I miss everything.
You missed all the good stuff there.
All the good stuff I missed. But you know what? They didn't cook pigs or cows. They cooked corn and they had beer.
Yeah.
Corn and
Just make
beer.
a
They
big
weren't that
bonfire.
rowdy.
And swimming naked. Okay,
That's
this
right.
is
Throw
good.
the-
That sounds
Corn
like
and-
my kind of party. Corn, beer, and naked people.
Alrighty then. I am not coming over next Sunday. I take it all back. Take it all back.
Gosh, you're always fun. Vanessa Lane Jennings will handle your legal concerns and have fun with you in the process. So they call you at 804-0092.
That's correct.
Or go visit you at 2945 Northeast 3rd Street on the 2nd floor.
Absolutely.
Call us here at WOCA if you need that repeated. Please share the video if you want to share the good information with somebody else that might have missed it. Thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you. Y'all have a great day.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, the Village.